Imagine this. A woman in business clothes walks briskly down a city street, her face set with purpose. A student with a backpack laughs with friends on a university campus. A mother pushes a stroller through a quiet suburban park. A server wipes down a table after her late shift. These are the faces of everyday life. They are strong. They are capable. They are focused on their next task. Now picture an unseen threat closing in. The world does not give you a warning. There is no dramatic music. There is only a sudden jarring shift from normal to not normal. The attack you never see coming is the most dangerous one of all. Reported assaults against women are on the rise. We see the statistics flash across our screens. 1 in 3 women will experience some form of physical violence in their lifetime. These are not just numbers. They are our friends. They are our sisters. They are our daughters. They are our mothers. We are told to be prepared. We are told to learn how to fight back. We are told to be strong. Many turn to martial arts, seeking a tool, seeking a technique. Intrigue, targeted hook. Female self-defense just got real. For any woman who has ever asked what really works for self-defense on the street, we are comparing Taekwondo and Krav Maga directly. Forget flashy moves. We are breaking down which martial art genuinely empowers you when your safety is on the line. The answer might surprise you. The search for a perfect system becomes a quest for a guarantee of safety. But the real fight is not just against an attacker. It is against your own body. Before a hand is ever laid on you, your brain has already declared a state of emergency. A flood of powerful chemicals surges through your system, a primal survival mechanism designed for a world of saber-toothed tigers, not shadowy figures in a parking garage. This chemical cocktail is often called an adrenaline dump. It changes everything. It alters how you see, it alters how you think, it alters how you move. So the most important question is not which technique is best. The real question is, which system works when your body is screaming? Which system works when your vision is closing in? Which system works when you can barely remember your own name? Your survival does not depend on a perfectly executed kick or a complicated joint lock you learned in a sterile, well-lit dojo. It depends on what you are able to do when you are terrified. It depends on what your body will allow you to do under the immense pressure of a real assault. Most violence is not a duel between 2 skilled opponents. It is a messy, chaotic, and brutally fast ambush. The attacker has the advantage of surprise. You have the disadvantage of shock. Understanding this reality is the first and most critical step in choosing a path for self-protection. It is the beginning of understanding the difference between a sport and a survival tool. The adrenaline dump is not your friend. It is a biological panic button, a system override that sacrifices precision for raw, explosive power. When your brain perceives a life-threatening danger, it triggers the release of adrenaline cortisol. Your heart rate skyrockets, pumping blood to the large muscle groups in your arms, legs, preparing you for a desperate fight or a frantic flight. This sounds helpful, but it comes at a tremendous cost. The blood is pulled away from your extremities, like your fingers, toes, and from the parts of your brain responsible for complex thought. This is why your hands might shake uncontrollably, or why you suddenly feel clumsy and uncoordinated. Your vision changes dramatically. You develop tunnel vision where your peripheral sight disappears. All you can see is the direct threat in front of you. This is meant to help you focus, but in reality, it makes you blind to other dangers. You will not see the attacker's friend coming from the side. You will not notice the curb you are about to trip over as you try to back away. Your depth perception also becomes unreliable, making it difficult to judge distance accurately. An attacker who seems far away might be much closer than you think, and a kick you thought would land perfectly might fall short. Taekwondo is a beautiful and powerful martial art, renowned for its incredible kicking techniques. Its name translates to the way of the foot and the fist. Practitioners develop amazing flexibility, speed, and power, capable of delivering devastating kicks to an opponent's head and torso from a surprising distance. The core strategy of Taekwondo is built around range management. The goal is to keep your opponent at the end of your longest weapon, your leg. By using fast, mobile footwork, front kick, side kick, roundhouse kick, a skilled Taekwondo artist can strike an opponent effectively while staying out of their reach. This is a huge advantage in a one-on-one confrontation with an untrained attacker. The The discipline and physical conditioning required for Taekwondo are immense. Students spend years developing the balance, strength, coordination needed to execute these techniques properly. The constant practice builds muscle memory and reflexes. In a controlled environment like a sparring match, a demonstration, the results are breathtaking. A well-placed kick can end a fight instantly. For women, the ability to generate knockout power with her legs, which are naturally stronger than her arms, is a significant benefit. It allows her to equalize the size and strength difference that often exists between her and a male attacker. However, the strengths of Taekwondo are also tied directly to its weaknesses in a real-world self-defense context. The art is most effective at kicking range. This is a specific distance, usually a few feet away from the opponent. This sweet spot allows for the full extension of the leg and the generation of maximum power. If an attacker gets inside this range or crowds the practitioner, the effectiveness of these powerful kicks diminishes rapidly. A kick needs space to be thrown. In the close, suffocating confines of a real assault, that space is often the first thing you lose. The fight is no longer at your preferred range, it is at the attacker's. Furthermore, the beauty of Taekwondo lies in its precision. A high kick aimed at the head requires incredible balance, timing, and fine motor control to land accurately. As we've discussed, the adrenaline dump ravages these abilities. Your balance becomes shaky, your depth perception is warped, and your fine motor control is gone. Throwing a high spinning kick when you are terrified and disoriented is not just difficult, it is dangerous. A missed kick can leave you off balance on one foot and completely vulnerable to a counterattack. The very techniques that make Taekwondo so impressive in the dojo can become high-risk liabilities on the street. The reality of most violent attacks on women is that they happen at close range. An attacker is unlikely to stand off and duel you. They are more likely to use surprise and ambush, grabbing you from behind, pinning you against a wall, tackling you to the ground. Most assaults occur inside grappling distance. Krav Maga is not a traditional martial art. It is a self-defense system developed for the Israeli Defense Forces, built on a single brutal principle: survival at all costs. No forms, no rituals, no rules of fair play. Its entire focus is ending a violent confrontation quickly and efficiently. Where Taekwondo is elegance and distance, Krav Maga is close quarters science and aggression. It assumes the worst case scenario: ambushed, surprised, already in a bad position. The attacker may be bigger and stronger. The system is built to work from that disadvantage. Core, gross motor skills, large, simple, powerful movements of major muscle groups. Pushing, pulling, swinging your arms, movements that remain functional during an adrenaline dump. Instead of a precise knife hand strike, frantic palm heel strikes. Hammer fists. Instead of a high spin kick, a simple brutal kick to the groin. A kick to the knee. The system uses the body's natural flinch and turns it into counterattacks. It works with your panic response, not against it. Relentless targeting of vulnerable areas. The goal: incapacitate so you can escape. Section 6, Scenario 1, the crowded train. Let's imagine a common scenario. You are on a crowded subway train during rush hour. It is packed shoulder to shoulder. The air is stuffy, and everyone is focused on their destination. Suddenly, you feel a man pressing against you inappropriately. He is using the crowd as cover, his hand grabbing you firmly. Your heart immediately pounds. The adrenaline dump begins. Your peripheral vision narrows, and you can only see the pattern on the shirt of the person in front of you. Your breathing becomes shallow. You feel a cold dread, a mix of fear and violation. Your brain screams danger, but the social pressure of the crowd tells you not to make a scene. You freeze for a second, maybe two. A Taekwondo practitioner in this situation is at an immediate, severe disadvantage. All of her primary tools are gone. There is no room to kick. There is no space to create distance. The attacker is inside her guard, neutralizing her entire strategic framework. Her training has been focused on fighting at range, a luxury she does not have. She might attempt a precise joint lock or a pressure point strike, but her fine motor skills are compromised by the adrenaline. Her shaking hands may not be able to get the grip she needs. The attacker, feeling her fumbling attempt, could easily escalate his aggression, using his superior size and the confined space to overwhelm her completely. Her art, so powerful in the OPNES, rendered almost useless by proximity. She used simple, brutal tools that function under stress to solve a close-range problem. Section 7, Scenario 2, The Dark Alley. Consider another classic terrifying scenario. You are walking to your car at night. You take a shortcut down a poorly lit alley. You hear footsteps behind you, quickening. Before you can react, a man grabs you from behind, one arm around your neck, the other around your waist, dragging you deeper into the shadows. The adrenaline dump is instantaneous and massive. Your vision becomes a pinhole. You can't see anything but the brick wall in front of you. You can't breathe. The primal fear of being captured is overwhelming. Your body freezes for a critical moment as your mind struggles to process the ambush. The attack is happening now, and it is happening fast. The Taekwondo practitioner is in a nightmare scenario. She is being held from behind, completely unable to use her powerful kicks. She cannot get the rotation or chamber needed for a roundhouse. She cannot get the rotation or chamber needed for a side kick. Even a back kick is difficult to execute effectively when your posture is broken and you are being dragged backward. She might have trained defenses against grabs, but they often rely on specific grip and leverage that are hard to achieve when you are panicked and off balance. The fine motor skills needed to strip a grip or target a specific joint are gone. Her art, designed for facing an opponent, has not adequately prepared her for an ambush from the rear. The Krav Maga practitioner is also in a nightmare, but it is a nightmare she has drilled for. Krav Maga heavily emphasizes defenses against chokes. Krav Maga heavily emphasizes defenses against grabs. Her first instinctual action, trained through repetition under stress, is to turn her chin into the crook of the attacker's elbow to protect her airway. Her second action is a gross motor skill, a vicious, repeated groin strike backward between her own legs with her fist or open hand. The groin strikes cause immediate debilitating pain. His grip on her neck will likely loosen. Section 8, The Real Fight, Your Mind and Your Choices. The most effective self-defense technique is not a technique at all. It is avoidance, it is situational awareness, it is trusting your instincts. The fight you avoid is the only fight you are guaranteed to win. Put your phone away. Take your headphones out. Look at who is around you. Notice the person who seems out of place. The car that has circled the block twice. The alley that feels wrong. Your intuition, that gut feeling, is a powerful survival tool. It is your subconscious mind picking up on subtle cues of danger that your conscious mind might dismiss. Learn to listen to it. If a situation feels bad, it is bad. Leave. De-escalation is your next line of defense. Not every confrontation has to become violent. Using your voice, creating distance, and setting firm boundaries can prevent many situations from escalating. This is called verbal defense. Use a strong, clear voice. Say no, stop, get back. Do not be afraid to be loud. Do not be afraid to make a scene. Sometimes, giving up your wallet or phone is the smartest and safest option. Your life is worth more than any material possession. Your ego is not worth a trip to the hospital. When you do train, you must train realistically. Find a reputable instructor with a deep understanding of real-world violence, not just sport competition. A good instructor will incorporate stress drills, pressure, test your techniques, and be honest about what works and what does not. Sparring is essential, but it must be done with a purpose. It should simulate the chaos and pressure of a real attack, not just a point-scoring match. You need to know what it feels like to be hit, to be pushed, to be exhausted, and still have to defend yourself. This is how you build the mental toughness to function under the influence of adrenaline. Section 9, Conclusion Mindset over Magic. In the final analysis, there is no single best martial art for women's self-defense. Taekwondo provides incredible physical conditioning. Taekwondo provides discipline. Taekwondo provides powerful long-range weapons. Krav Maga provides a brutal, efficient system for surviving a close-range ambush. Neither is a magic spell that guarantees your safety. A black belt can be defeated by a determined attacker if they are caught by surprise and their mind is not prepared for the shock of real violence. The art is less important than the artist, and the artist is less important than her mindset. The critical takeaway: your training must prioritize what works under the extreme stress of an adrenaline dump. It must focus on gross motor skills, as your fine motor control will be gone. It must address the reality of close-range attacks. It must prepare you for the psychological shock of an ambush to help you overcome the freeze response. It must be aggressive It must be simple, focused on creating an opportunity to escape, not on winning a prolonged fight. Your goal is survival, not victory. The best defense is a layered one. Start with avoidance, situational awareness. Add verbal de-escalation, add a willingness to escape, then build a physical defense based on simple, powerful movements you can execute even when terrified. Krav Maga, a reality-based Taekwondo school, or another system. Test it against the filter of adrenaline. If you found this analysis helpful, please comment with your own experiences, like the video, and subscribe for more deep dives into the reality of violence.